Now, in just a moment, Gabby is going to predict exactly how Arsenal are going to start their Premier League season. You do not want to miss that either. And don't worry, Gunners fans, here's how we got on when we did this last season.
Manchester United away, first game. I've gone for a draw.
Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1.
Manchester City at home, I've gone for a loss.
Full-time whistle has been blown. It's Arsenal 1, Manchester City 1.
Spurs on the weekend, though. That could easily be a draw.
2 for Eze, 2 for Gyökeres, and Arsenal lead 4-1 in stoppage time.
Newcastle away, they don't do very well there. Arsenal have gone for a loss.
And Arsenal may just have snatched the victory in stoppage time. Gabriel! And it's all 3 points for Arsenal.
Chelsea at home for Arsenal. We're going to draw for that game.
What are you talking about?
Finished Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1.
Draw against West Ham away.
West Ham 0, Arsenal 1.
I think Liverpool will be unstoppable. And I don't think Arsenal have it in them, to be honest, to win the Premier League.
The survey says,
Arsenal receive the Premier League trophy. Martin Odegaard steps towards his teammates, throws back his head and lifts the trophy aloft.
Pretty sure you said last season as well that they would never win the title with Odegaard as captain, so that all went really well for you.
Was he really involved last season? Really, Odegaard? Not really.
We should call you Miles Agbonlahor.
I don't think Odegaard done much last season.
So far. Come on.
He didn't.
Yeah, no, but he was still very much so part of it. Still captained them to win the Premier League title.
Just because you captain don't mean you're the most influential player. He wasn't last season.
He's a big influence in that dressing room. He's a huge influence in that dressing room.
I disagree.
He is. Gabby predicted 7 points from their first 6 games. They actually got 13. He also predicted that they'd slip up in the title run, but obviously they went on to be crowned champions. And Mystic Gab has called many things right. In the past, he did say that Villa would win the Europa League and that Spurs would stay up last season. So Arsenal fans, pay attention. He's good at this stuff, you would like to think.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, listen. You know, if you're about to leave the car, stay in the car. Okay? Keep focused. That's my predictions.
First, though, I think maybe we apology to the Arsenal fans.
No.
And to Arsenal for doubting them.
The hardest word to say, and I'm not going to say it.
Just acknowledge it, maybe.
Nah.
I think you were wrong.
No, Shebahn, we haven't got much time. Can we carry on?
No,
please?
you were so wrong. I think you should maybe just admit that.
So we're going to start off with Arsenal's first game of the season. It's a Friday night. Start playing to the mind of the players. Friday, August the 21st, Arsenal versus Coventry City. I think Coventry are going to have a very good transfer window. I was listening to Crookie yesterday, and Darren has... What's funny?
Nothing's fine. I'm not laughing at Coventry.
Oh, okay.
I'm just laughing.
I think they're going to have a good transfer window this month. They're going to sign some good players. I think Arsenal win this game, but I think it's a close win. I see a Coventry side full of confidence, want to express themselves in the Premier League. A top manager that we love on this show, Frank Lampard, who I got on the show. No one gives me a pat on the back for that. I think they get the opening goal. They do well in the game, but Arsenal, hard-earned 2-1 win for Arsenal in that game. So 3 points in that first game against Coventry. Is that fair, Shebahn? Or do you think it's going to be 5-6-0? Do you not see that Coventry can put up a fight?
No, I couldn't call it, to be honest. You've thought about it in detail more than me, but I still see it being an Arsenal win.
Okay. Next game, it is Aston Villa versus Arsenal. They don't like it, Villa Park. Last season, Shebahn, they lost 2-1. The scorers were Matthew Cash, Emiliano Buendia in the last minute after Trossard equalised. And that was an amazing result for Aston Villa, a deserved win. And I'm going to go with the same result again. It's a Monday night game at Villa Park, under the lights. We do like under the lights games, you know. I'm going to go for an Aston Villa 2-1 win again against Arsenal. I think it's a great time to play Arsenal in these first 5 games, where I don't think Rice or Saka will be available. Saliba obviously not available as well. It's a good time to play Arsenal early on.
Potentially maybe a little Garnacho goal in that game.
Yeah, fantastic player.
Yeah.
Talented lad. Next, Arsenal play Chelsea. Last season, they beat Chelsea 2-1. That was one of the poorest Chelsea side I've seen in years. This is a better Chelsea side. They'll still bring in other players. Morgan Rodgers will be available. A better coach in Xabi Alonso. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think Chelsea will be stronger this season. We talked about the one game a week they're going to have throughout the season. But this game, I think it's a great time for them to play Arsenal the Emirates, Sunday the 6th of September. And I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. Next, Shebahn. Sunderland away.
Interesting.
Oh, do you know the result of Sunderland away last season?
No.
It was a 2-2 draw. But Sunderland should have won the game for me. When I watched the game, Sunderland were the better side. It was a 2-2 draw. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this. I think it's another tough game. It's Saturday, September the 12th at the Stadium of Light. And I think Sunderland are going to go again this season. Great news for Xhaka. Great news for Sunderland that he stayed and didn't go to Chelsea. He's their leader. And I think they're not going to want to be a one-season wonder. They want to go again.
More
They're playing
games,
in Europe.
Yeah, that's the thing with that.
Of course. It might be hard to get top 7 again, but I still think they can finish top 10. They can go far in the Europa League as well. So I think Sunderland will look at that game and say, let's do exactly what we've done. We roughed Arsenal up that day. Arsenal looked shaky at the back that day. I think it could be a 2-2 draw.
It's already, you've got them dropping a number of points in their opening games.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Wait, one more game.
Yeah, if you have
honestly,
to.
Shebahn, let's turn the temperature up when she's cold. Honestly.
You've not turned it up, you've turned it down.
So next game, Saturday, September the 19th. Last season, Brighton versus Arsenal was a 1-0 win for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka scored on the 9th minute. But when I remember that game, it was a close game. It was a tight affair.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Saka probably won't be available for this game. No Saliba at the back. Declan Rice maybe not available. I'm going to go for a draw this time out. Brighton excite me. I love their manager. I love his ideas. They've done some good business. Yes, they've lost players, but they've done some good business so far.
Why would Declan Rice not be available?
I don't think they're going to be available for those first 4 or 5 games because of how hard the season was for him last season.
I doubt
Arteta
these
gives
guys
him
are
a
wanting
rest.
to miss the start of the season.
They will do, 100%.
I think they'll miss the Community Shield, but
I bet anybody they don't start the season.
what date's it now? 23rd of July?
Yeah, they need a break, man.
Yeah, they're not going to miss the 4th or 5th game of the season.
They might do.
They won't.
I'm going to...
Gabby, they won't.
Can I finish?
No,
So I'm gonna
you're
go
wrong
for a
about that.
draw. So,
Just imagine the uproar. These guys are still on holiday. Well, the season's 5 games in. It just will
against
never happen.
Coventry, 3 points. 0 against the mighty Aston Villa. A draw against Chelsea, so we've got 4 points. A draw against Sunderland, a draw against Brighton. So 5 points from 5 games. I think it's the start of the season where teams take a little lead against Arsenal. Teams like Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United.
Arsenal fans, help me out this morning. 03717 223344 is the number. Ebbs is with us now. Hi, Ebbs. Do you agree with Gabby? Are you fearing maybe a wobbly start to the season?
I agree with Gabby, the biggest Arsenal hater. No, I don't. To be honest with you, yeah, he's got a few valid points. We are going to struggle, but we've got depth. We have got depth. We've got 4 central defenders.
Yeah.
Okay, Saliba's going to be out for a few months, but we've got Mosquera and Capia can play there, and we're going to make some signings. We are going to make some signings, some big signings.
Really?
And we're not going to struggle.
Big players you go for,
really.
you miss out.
What players have we missed out on?
Morgan Rogers.
Morgan Rogers was overpriced, just like
You think so?
Moises Caicedo. Moises Caicedo was overpriced, and
You
we
think
pulled
so?
out of the deal. Just like Mudryk was overpriced, and we pulled out of the deal. It's not because we haven't got the money. We don't spend stupid amounts of money. If there's money to be spent on a player, like we showed on Declan Rice, Victor Gyökeres, we've spent big money. And honestly, Gabby, I don't know what hatred you got. I mean, I like Villa. As a football club, I like Villa. I love Martin O'Neill. I actually played under Martin O'Neill at Wycombe Wanderers in my youth days.
Fantastic, mate.
Believe it or not. Right? But the point being is that we're a football club that have got tradition, heritage. We're bigger than Aston Villa. You know that.
Well, have you won the Champions League?
When did you win the Champions League?
But we won it.
You didn't win the Champions. You won the European Cup.
Same
which
thing,
is a
mate.
different format.
Okay, then. So
it's a different
if the
format,
Champions
Gabby.
League changed his name in 10 years, everyone who won the Champions League didn't win it because he's changed name.
Because if the format's changed.
No.
Yeah,
Nottingham
mate.
Forest.
It was easier in those days. When
Celtic.
did you win it? In 70s, 60s,
Celtic.
80s? When was it?
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Aston Villa. European Cup Champions League winners. Arsenal haven't done it. Football was the winner in the final. The mighty PSG.
Villa.
Deserved win.
Villa win the Premier League ever?
We've won, yeah. We won the top flight league. Yeah.
Good
That's
point.
how we got into the Champions League.
Good point, Ebs. Thank you very much for your call this morning.
We have though. We've won the top league.
Okay.
Football didn't start in Premier League
No, I know.
era.
No, I know how
players
it
that
works,
played
but he
before,
does make a point.
I don't think he does. What's his point?
You'd kill it to win the Premier League this season.
Say again, sir?
You'd kill it to win the Premier League this season.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? I'd rather have on the. You know, you walk into Bodymore Heath and you walk into Villa Park and it's got what you've won when you walk through. I've seen it a couple of months ago and it's got one European Cup.
Arsenal fans.
You walk into the Arsenal training ground. You've got to get past, win the dog who's usually barking at you.
Leave the dog alone.
And then you've got to look and say, no Champions Leagues. What a shame.
When would bite you?
Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest.
When would go for your ankles?
Go to Celtic. I was lucky enough to go to the Old Firm. I was at Celtic Park a couple of years ago and so proud of their European Cup, Shebahn.
Jack, the Arsenal fan, is with us now. Jack, does Gabby make a point? Is
Good
it going
morning,
to be a
Jack.
tough start to the season, or is he at the wind-up?
He's absolutely on a wind-up. I'm not having it, Gabby. You're taking the mick. 5 points from 5 games. Get a grip.
But when you look at the games and the results last season, what I say is you don't look at Aston Villa away, a tough game.
Obviously, every game's tough.
You don't think Aston Villa's tough when you lost there last season? What's funny?
They're a tough team. They're a good team, but you're not going to beat us this season.
Why not?
You think you've got it in the bag. You think you've got it in the bag and you haven't, mate.
But last season you lost there.
You're losing players left, right and centre. You can't afford to replace them, Gabby.
We replaced them. Manzambi.
Who?
Jack, brilliant. Brilliant, Jack. Thank you for your call this morning. 03717223344 is the number. By the way, what do you think you're talking about Declan Rice sitting on holiday while the season's back?
He needs a break.
Not 4 games in.
Man, he needs
Community Shield.
No, he needs a break. But
he won't be on his holiday.
We moan on here that our players are playing too much football. Why did Arteta bring in Norgard?
So
Why
they'll
did
rest
Arteta
him, but
bring in
he
all these
will be
players?
there.
Give them a break.
Gabby, if you put yourself in Rice's shoes, do you actually think you're going to be on your holiday?
Yes, I do.
Back?
I
no,
do.
You won't.
100%.
No, you wouldn't.
Shebahn,
no, you wouldn't. He's not.
So the hard tournament. Listen, he looked good in the third place playoff, the bronze game, but all through the tournament, he looked shattered.
I agree. He needs a break.
He needs a month minimum before he comes back to the training ground.
Not sitting in a yacht when everybody else
How long
is at
till
the
the season
Emirates.
starts?
When is it? 2
weeks?
4 weeks.
No, 4 weeks, 1 day.
When is it? 15th of August.
4 weeks, 1 day. Arsenal play on a Friday.
Yeah.
Am I right?
So how long has the World Cup been finished?
So the players probably went on holiday on what? Maybe Sunday,
Yeah.
Monday. That's what I'm saying. 4.5 weeks they'll have off, and then they'll come back to pre-season training. Then they're going to need 2 or 3 weeks to get up to speed. You won't see them.
But they'll be there.
The footballers don't deserve a holiday, Shebahn.
No, I'm saying that they do.
You
No, hold on a minute. Don't twist it. I have said the whole time that
How long should you have off then?
That they're not going to be on their holidays when they're 4 games into the season. They're not. Even they would go.
I'm not saying he's going to be on holiday when the 4 games.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm saying they come back just after the first game of the season.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
No.
Yeah,
Maybe
you didn't say that.
Maybe you misunderstood me. I'm saying he's not going to be available.
I think you misunderstood
He's
yourself.
not going to be available for those games I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, when you come back, you don't just go and play a game straight away after 4.5, 5 weeks off. You've got to do your own mini pre-season yourself. So you might be 2 or 3 weeks to get fit yourself before you're involved. That's why I'm saying those games they might miss.
They won't be part
I'm
of
not
it.
saying that he's going to be on in Ibiza at a beach club.
Yeah, that's what it did sound like.
During the season.
That's what it did sound
like. They'll
like.
be back doing pre-season when the other players are fully fit.
Arsenal fans, Gabby's got you going already this morning, saying you will struggle to start the season. Just 6 points from your first 5 games.
5
is
points.
Gabby's. Sorry, 6 points.
Was it 6?
5 points from the first 5 games, so it's gone.
Yeah, 5 points. It was
Right.
5, not 6.
Okay, do you want to give us them again then? Where those?
So, it took me 2 hours to think about this last night when I was doing it. I think Coventry's a tough game, real tough game. They're going to sign players, got a great manager. They're going to be excited, players that are too good for the Championship. They want to see how they can do in the Premier League. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Arsenal win that 2-1. Then I look at Aston Villa. Their history there last season wasn't very good. Aston Villa dominated the game and beat them 2-1, sent them packing to London. Then I look at Chelsea at home for Arsenal. They beat them last season 2-1 at the Emirates, but this is a different Chelsea side. Morgan Rogers, top player, top manager, invincible at Bayer Leverkusen, Xabi Alonso coming in. I've gone for a draw in that game. Sunderland away last season, they found it difficult. They got roughed up by Brian Brobby, top player, had a very good World Cup. They drew last season. I see them drawing again this season, Shebahn. And Brighton, they won 1-0 last season. Bukayo Saka scored a goal. But I look at this game early on for Brighton, and I feel like Brighton can cause them a lot of problems. I've gone for a draw in that. I don't think they're great. I'm not saying Arsenal are going to lose every game. It is like something that you'd be on the wind-up. I'm being honest that, like, I probably will be wrong, but I'm looking at these games and they're difficult. That's a difficult first 5 games of the season. Am I missing something?
Yeah, no, it's true. It's difficult games. 03717 223 is the number. Arsenal fans, you're reacting to this. Aidan is with us now. Aidan, do you think 6 points from the first 5 games sound right?
5 points, Shebahn. You keep adding the point.
No, it's 6 points. I've just counted again.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you know what he's like, just making up numbers. You know what I mean? Listen, at the end of the day, we've got a big squad. Mikael Mourinho was out for most of the season. We've had quite a few injuries last season, and they're all back. So when he says Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka are going to be resting, they're not playing the first few games. I agree. They need a rest, you know, so they might miss the first few games. But then they were the champions of England, Gab.
Yeah.
You know, we're the champions of England, so I don't know why you're going down that road at the moment.
I think it's going to be a difficult start, mate. I'm not saying you're not going to win the league. I think Arsenal win the league.
Listen, the Premier League's difficult anyway, so it could be a difficult start.
Exactly.
You know, but
I still think you win the league, mate.
But yeah, mate, that's good enough, mate. If you think we're going to win the league,
Arsenal win the league, of course. I think it's going to be the best of the rest with Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Villa, whatever, Spurs. I think Arsenal still win the league. The strongest squad. Just look at those games, tough games. Saliba's out injured. Who comes in to help that defence? Rice and Saka might not be up to scratch at the early start of the season. I think I've got valid points, no?
No, but I think the squad is that big. The squad is that big that we can be without Rice and Saka for the first few games, you know, and Saliba. Because the squad is that big.
Aidan, thank you very much for your calls this morning.